Working with him has been amazing. It's been a good relationship. It was awesome working with Ron.
Best experience of my life.
He's more than just a producer. He's like a friend to everybody.
He's a very pivotal person in the music scene.
He just knows exactly what sound and tone you're looking for before you get into that studio. And he makes it really easy for you to just feel comfortable and get the sound that you know that you want from day one.
It's awesome. It feels like you're working with a friend. You know, he's like super welcoming. He's like just a super nice guy, and he's awesome at what he does. So it makes like the whole experience really comfortable.
That was why I loved Ron, because, I mean, I've been doing this for a while. This is my 4th record. I've done it in so many different ways, but the magic is when you have an engineer who has really good ears.
Well, I think that it's important to be a musician, you know, in this particular field. You have to understand things beyond a technical level. You have to be able to connect to the music and relate to an artist and understand, you know, what they're trying to do.
You can tell that Ron's a talented musician as much as he is an engineer.
Actually, Ron played some drums too, because he's a mean drummer.
I started as a drummer, but I evolved into playing other instruments just so it would be easier to communicate with a guitar player or a bass player. I really do enjoy being able to pick up an instrument and, you know, work out a part with somebody and write a song with them.
He could speak to that. He could speak to the rhythm and the bottom end a lot, and he's musical.
He knows how he would want it to sound, and he knows how to explain it to someone in an easy to understand way.
My experience in getting involved with this business started as being a drummer and working with some of the best producers in the industry. So I was kind of spoiled right off the top, growing up in this business and knowing what is to be expected of a world-class facility. They've really made a positive influence on me professionally as a studio drummer, but they also were the ones that really inspired me to learn more about the art of recording.
When I first came to Forge, it was my first time recording professionally, and Ron was very unintimidating and made me feel really welcome, and I guess you could tell I was nervous.
Because I can get in my head sometimes and you just calm down, like, you got it, man, it was great.
Ron will push you to like your 10th degree of excellence with the kind hand of a parent or like an older brother, where it's like, okay, I'm gonna push you because I know you can do this. But it's not like, you know, he doesn't push you like to the brink where you're like freaking out or anything like that. Like it's always, I don't know, it's always very work oriented but also very loose.
Yeah, he gets creative with it. He's not just sitting there pushing buttons and go do your job. He pulls the best out of you every time you're in the booth.
Like if he wants you to change something or has an idea, it's really easy for him to communicate that idea, and he can also be prepared.
When we say that we're going to record a song, he'll do his homework and try to like listen to the song beforehand so that when we come into the studio, he knows exactly what he needs to get that specific sound that we're trying to achieve.
I mean, I've always had a hard time just being a button pusher, I guess you would say. And I've learned from my own experiences what I don't like when I go into a recording studio as a musician. And that's somebody that really does not take the time to listen to what's going on and, you know, understand the needs of the band or the artist, whatever it may be. I try to really connect with the artist and learn the material prior to them coming in, just getting an overall vibe for what they are, who they are, and creating an album or a package that is suited towards them so it doesn't sound cookie cutter.
Ronnie has so many of Philadelphia's up-and-coming bands coming through here that I think it's a very similar kind of feel and excitement, you know, when you have a music scene that's on the verge of exploding into a more national kind of level. I think that's the vibe that you feel at these great studios, and I think that he's doing great things here.
Ron has fathered these other bands, and we're like, you know, all illegitimate brothers with each other, because when we all get in the same room, it's pretty fun. We always just have a good time.
Every day of my life I wake up, no matter how difficult things can get, and in this business it is very difficult, it can be stressful, and it's a grind, but I would never and will not do anything else. It's been a long road, but I've arrived at this room, which I think is the perfect end location from where I started 20 years ago. I love what I do. Yeah, I'm a lifer. I don't see myself doing anything else other than this, and hopefully in the next life I'll be doing the same thing.